and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about how to plan your lifestyle and branding photo shoot. Let's get right into it because we have a lot to cover. Here we go. The first thing you want to do is define your brand story and message. Before your photo shoot, it's important to have a good understanding of your brand story, your values, and what message you want to convey through your photos. Consider what sets your brand apart from others, what kind of emotion you want to evoke in your photos, and lastly, what kind of lifestyle you want to portray through your photos. These three things will really serve as a foundation for planning your shoot. Identify key themes and settings. So you want to really think about what your brand story is and what your message is in order to really come up with a good theme for your photo shoot. Whether your main theme is a focus on nature or sophistication or intellect, all of these different themes can help you to have guidelines and parameters on where you want to shoot, what props you want to bring, and how you want to dress for your photo shoot. Next up is to create your shot list. So you want to think about where you're actually going to use these photos. If you need some good ideas of where you can use these photos, you can watch my last video, where to use your lifestyle photos. But for now, you want to have a general idea of, are these going to go on social media? Are they going to be used for my blog post, website, marketing materials? Like, where are you going to use them, right? So have a general idea, and this will help you come up with a shot list of what you want to showcase in your lifestyle photo shoot. Having a list of the wide shots, the tight shots, the detail shots, like a shot of you doing a certain action, or maybe you need a photo of you pointing up with a lot of blank negative space up here so you can write some text for a social media post. Or maybe you need one of you pointing down like this that you can cut out and put onto a flyer that you're going to be sending out, right? So there's different things that you need to be thinking about for these shots and for your shot list before the actual day of the shoot so that you make sure you get everything that you need to fulfill your marketing and visual aspect of your brand. For my personal brand, I do these lifestyle and branding shoots every quarter, and I'm always thinking ahead at what holidays are coming up, what specials do I have running, is there a new product or service that I'm offering that I need to highlight, or is there some kind of new messaging that I'm coming out with? So I'm always keeping that in mind as I'm going forward and writing out my shot list. Next up is to choose your location for your shoot. Based on your brand story and message, you want to pick a location to shoot that's going to best represent your brand and what it's all about. You want to pick a location that really speaks to your brand aesthetic and is going to help to tell your story of who you are and your brand story. So always go back to that theme and the story of your brand, and is this location going to speak to my story? A couple things to consider when figuring out a location is, what kind of hobbies or interests do you have? What area are you farming or working in mainly? What is your profession? Are you in an office most of the time? Are you in your car? Are you working from home? Like, all these different things can influence what your photos look like and what you want to portray to the world. One thing I want to caution you against is make sure that the location that you choose sticks to your brand's aesthetic and the colors and the styling that you have for your brand online. Let's say your brand colors are green and tan, like Focused Media Collectives, right? You don't want to go do photos in downtown Seattle on a big graffiti wall that's all fluorescent colors. That just wouldn't make sense, right? It'd be confusing, and it wouldn't be aesthetically pleasing or cohesive with my overall brand messaging. So finding a more neutral space where I could add pops of tan and green or work in some neutrals that would work great with those colors would be more suitable and more appropriate for my brand. If you are choosing an indoor location and it's a public space, a lot of times you have to get permission to shoot there. So just make sure you call ahead that you can have permission. Ask if you can bring lighting. Lighting is really important with photos, and if there aren't a lot of big windows with a lot of natural light, we will need to bring in some lights with us, and that can really make a huge difference in our photo shoot. If we need those and we don't have them, it really can be make or break on whether or not we get good photos or not. So be sure you're scouting the location beforehand, you're making sure you have permission to shoot there and it has plenty of natural light, or you are allowed to bring in lighting and there's plenty of outlets nearby that we could plug into. Next up is wardrobe and props. I have a whole video on what to wear to your lifestyle shoot. I will add the link down in the description below for you if you want to watch the whole video, but we will just do a quick overview here. So you want to pick 3 to 5 outfits, and you want to make sure these outfits are really coordinating with your colors of your brand and your aesthetic. Again, you don't want to be wearing orange if your brand colors are green. So just make sure that you're coordinating and you think about these photos being used on your website, you want them to look cohesive with your brand. So just make sure that they're not completely off brand. I always suggest for my clients to bring 3 to 5 different outfits, and layering pieces are fantastic because when we're shooting outside, it can be hard to find a bathroom or a place where you can change. So it's nice to be able to just throw on a jacket or take it off and not be a whole nother look. Also, accessories are fantastic. They add a pop of color, a little bit of texture, and just some visual interest to your outfits. So you can add a hat and a scarf, add some fun jewelry, and that really helps to switch up the look as well. And props. Ooh, props are so fun and will totally liven up and spice up your photos. I always suggest for real estate brokers to bring a laptop, any branding materials or any branded props that have their logo and their name on them. Those are fantastic. So like think coffee mugs, notebooks with their information on it. Any flyers that you have from past listings are great. You can bring your open house signs with you. We can get shots with those. So anything that has your name or your logo on it is great for lifestyle and branding photo shoots. So again, remember that your wardrobe and your props should really speak to your brand and what you're all about. So keep them on brand, keep them similar colors, aesthetic, and visual appeal. Next up is candid shots. So not all your photos from your lifestyle shoot are going to be posed and stiff and still. There will be a series of candid shots taken as well, which really help to show emotion and movement and help your audience to really connect with the true and the real you. When I do a lifestyle and branding photo shoot, I am putting them through different scenarios, like real life scenarios, and I'm taking photos the whole time, capturing all of those candid shots. I'm giving them a little role play scenario that they go through, and they're really fun, and it's a great way to get that perfect shot. I also do a series of pose shots, so I'll have you pose comfortably how you normally would, and then I'll just kind of tweak you to make your body look even better. I cannot stress to you how important it is to meticulously plan out your brand photo shoot so that you walk away feeling like you got everything that you needed and that it's really speaking to your brand. By putting in this extra time to plan out your shoot, you are guaranteed to have photos that you're gonna love, and you're gonna have a plethora of them to use across all of your platforms. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more like this, please subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.